Hello, this is my Warwick start guide. I'm going to show you what I do on Warwick to carry lower elo games. This works all the way up through gold. I've done this in platinum. These are the runes I have on my main account. A lot more attack speed, but on my Smurf I only have Faker's 80 in his AP page, and but it still has a little bit of attack speed in it. For masteries, pretty standard. You'd find this on op.gg. Attack speed here, magic pen there. The general idea is you want to start from the top side of the map and work your way to the bottom side of the map. On blue side you do blue, gromp, red, dragon, and on red side you do red buff, blue, gromp, dragon, and then that gives you the dragon. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to get the Tiamat, and you need 1050 gold for that. So you need to do Riff or the Scuttle Crab, the Krugs, or what are these? Yeah, these are Krugs, and then Wolves, and then you'll have 1050 for the Tiamat. And then this Grunt will spawn too, you could get that too. And this will net you level 5, the first dragon, Tiamat, and a control ward. And like you could get a pot if you want, but Warwick probably, I never get it, Warwick doesn't need it. So it puts you in a really solid spot to win your games. Alright, swap over to that. It puts you in a really solid spot to win your games. And like, it's really consistent. You don't need any help from your team. You just need you just hope that they don't die. In higher elo, or like this can get you behind because you're not doing a camp. You're spending a lot of time doing dragon. So like if your top laner or your mid laner dies to the gank, you'll be behind your jungler. Or like if you're just facing a really fast clear jungler, they'll outpace you or something like that. But like in lower elo, the junglers are worse, so like they could get the gank off, but then they don't do a camp or they don't get experience, so you're still on par. And then in higher elo, your laners are just better that they just dodge the gank, and you could ping them to dodge the gank because it always happens at like they finish their second buff around like 3 minutes and they gank top or mid at 3:30ish. So you could like ping them to ward or something like that, or like ping them at the beware of the jungler. So if you do some of those things, then like you're still on point, and then you'll be level 5 like when they're level 5. So you don't take any special items, you just take recommended. You go over here, you guard your buff, or you guard your top side buff, so like here, or I go here on this side, and then you tell your bot lane to guard your bottom buff and scout it, and then you tell your top laner, do not leash me. You do not want to leash because it's just like it doesn't do anything for you. It's better if they just go to lane. Okay? So like they'll invade and they'll scout, but they won't stay and take your buff like almost ever. So there's that, and then like your bot lane will ward your buff on the way out. So like if you see them taking your red, you could just take this red. That literally, I've done this so many times, it never happens to me, and at least since lethality got super buffed, I've never gotten caught doing this. At least, but even longer than that, this never gets played against correctly. So come over here. I'm gonna take this plant. I'm gonna auto attack this, and I'm gonna let it hit me 3 times, and then I'm gonna Q it so that I get the full effect of the heal. Okay? So that yeah, you just get the full effect of the heal. You just wanna like get your auto Q down a lot. Like how to do the timing how to do that. So hit me twice, 3 times, auto Q. Get the full effect of the heal there. Spam Q on cooldown. Auto Q. Take W second for the attack speed. Whoop. What the fuck? Come over here, go to red, and do red, and then take the plant over and do dragon. The enemy jungler is probably like they're mirroring you. So like they're on their way to their red when you're on your way to your red. Most likely. Like it's about 3 minutes. So they're about to they're at their red, they're gonna finish their red. They could be finishing their red if they just went straight to red. Q it. Drag this buff into this bush. They could late invade you, but that's pretty sacky. And sometimes that does happen, but like you have both your smites, you can outplay it. Take the plant over. I'm gonna auto attack and then hold my Q so I don't get displaced. Auto, Q. Use my E. This is an ocean dragon. This works on every single dragon. Even wind dragon. Wind dragon's the hardest one to do because it just attacks the fastest and kicks your ass. It's not fire dragon. Use your E and your Q on cooldown. I used my first smite. I have my second smite coming back up. I'm going to use that to secure the dragon. Around this time, the enemy jungler will be ganking top or mid. So like you'll have vision on them. Smite. Come over here and do this crab. Now also at this time, you already have the dragon, so if oh, I should hold my Q. Get that going the other way. So like at this time, if you get a blood scent, like if the bot lane's low, you could go and get them. If the mid lane's low, you could go and get them. You know, it's just however the game goes. Come over here, do these Krugs. Gonna skip Raptors because it's much easier to just do them after you get Tiamat. It's faster anyway. Okay, Tiamat is 1050 and the control ward is 75. So you need like 1125, right? Come over here. After you do that dragon on this side, you still have your red buff. So like your gank at, if you do choose to gank mid or bot, it's really potent because you still have red buff. On the red side that doesn't happen, your red buff disappears and you're left with blue buff. Which kind of sucks. Notice my gold. So you're gonna get Tiamat and a control ward. You can get a pot, but you don't need it. Come over here, do these raptors. Then after raptors, just like whatever you read is the best thing to do. You'll have blood sense probably popping off. You'll see the jungler. You can make decisions based off that. They could, like, you'll have this, this will be gone, this is gone right now, but, like, maybe you spot someone doing this while you're doing camps. Okay, to do this, auto, Tiamat, auto, Q. Just like that. And then, like, you could gank mid, do whatever. I like to control this area, because, especially in lower elo. Now I'm level 5, my blue's coming up in 10 seconds. And I can just control this area. Oh, yeah, that's in the bush. I like to put my red ward here so that like I have vision of this area, and then get this grab.
Heroes always die.
Auto Tiamat, auto heal. And then like look to make a play, look to pressure. Even just running in on, and some, it depends on the matchups, but in some matchups it's good to just like show up, just piss off the enemy jungler, and like you're almost to 6. And so like it just puts you in a really good spot to win the game. And that's about it. Good luck climbing.